Hello guys, my name is Raj and welcome to my YouTube channel. So I'm back again with a new video. So this is a new video in complete placement preparation series, and today we'll solve this particular problem, which is known as next permutation. This problem is categorized as medium category on Leetcode platform. So let us understand this problem and what could be the solution for this particular thing. Yeah. So if we see in this particular explanation, we will be given an array of numbers, and the numbers can be in any sequence, sorted or unsorted. It does not matter. But the thing that we have to give as an output is the lexicographically next greater number or permutation of numbers. So let me just build some concept on it. So what the lexicographically next order means is, if we have this particular sequence of 1 2 3, let's say, so what all permutations of this particular sequence can be. So if I talk about 1 2 3, this particular sequence of numbers, I have this 8 possibility of sequences: 1 2 3, 1 3 2, 2 3 1, 2 1 3, 3 2 1, and 3 1 2, right? So these all are numbers. If I club this particular sequence, so I have 123, 132 going up to 312, right? So the lexicographically greater number or the next greater number is basically, if I sort all these particular permutations, I have a sequence, or I have this particular numbers to be deal with, right? For this particular 1 2 3 sequence, I can have 123, 132, 213, 321, 231, 312, and 321, right? So these are nothing but sorted numbers, right? So basically the task is, let's say the input is 213, right? The system has given an input which is 213. The sequence is this. So the output should be 231. So you got my point. So basically we have to basically make a program in which, if I give the sequence as 213, the output should be 231. Basically it is we have to give the next greater number, which can be formed using the given sequence of numbers. So I have 1 2 3 as an input. Then what could be the next greater number given the input state, right? So that's the problem. So how to deal with this kinds of problem? So if you simply think, then what we can do is, we can generate all this sequence, all this particular this sequence that I shown here, and basically sort them up and find where the input sequence lies and take the next number out of it. But this is okay. If you are a beginner, then this way of thinking is good. But on a competitive level, you cannot use that particular logic, because it will fail. Basically, the system will not accept that particular solution. So we have to think beyond that particular thing, that particular mindset. So let's take this example. We have, let's say, our input sequence is 1 2 4 3, right? So what could be the next particular greater number out of this? So if I simply think, then I can have 1 3 2 4. Now if you take the permutation and combination, the next possible number can be 1 3 2 4, right? So how to get this particular number is a challenge that we have to conquer. So now I'll go to the solution part. So if you carefully see, what we have to do is, we have to find whatever the sequence we have. We have to find the index which can be replaced by, like, we have to basically swap the numbers in a certain way. So if you see in this particular example, what we have done is, we have swapped 3 with 2, and then we have changed 2 and 4 on its place. So basically the solution is, I am swapping 3 with 2. So I have 1 3 4 2. This is the sequence, and then basically I interchange 4 and 2. So I have 1 3 2 4, right? So this seems very easy to think about when you are thinking logically, but when you have to code this thing, then it is a Now headache, a massive headache. But the solution lies in this particular three states only. So basically, what we have to do is we have to first start from the end, and we have to compare the last two characters. Basically, this is the, or not characters, the last two elements. So I will compare these two, then I will compare these two, then I will compare these two, right? So what we have to find is we have to find the inversion. Inversion in the sense, also there is one point that is mentioned in the question. The question says that if you already have a if you already have the reverse sorted array, let's say the input is 4, 3, 2, 1. So there is no possible permutation which can be greater than this particular input, right? So in that case, we have to return the smallest sorted, the smallest number which can be found using this particular element. So in this case, the output is this. So if we have the maximum number as an input, then we have to return the smallest number, right? So basically, this is nothing but the reverse of this particular number. So that's the smallest number that we can have. So in this way, if you see, so basically we have to only catch the inversions that has been in the input state. So if you see this particular input where 4, 3, 2, 1 is the input, we can see that if we compare these two numbers, there is no inversion. We can 2 is greater than 1, and 3 is greater than 2, 4 is greater than 3. So basically we can check if the input is already reverse sorted or not. Reverse sorted in the sense descending order. If this input is already in descending order, then we don't have to do anything. We just have to return the smallest number possible, right? So basically we will check for that particular condition. So if we check in this particular sequence, we have 4, 3, so which is okay. We have to shift one towards the left. Then if I see 2 and 4, what I can say is there is an inversion. So here 2 is less than 4. So we can say that if we replace this 2 with some number, then greater than 2, then we can have the possibility of having the next permutation or the next greater number in this particular series. So now for now, take 2 as a stepping stone. So we know that we have to replace 2 somehow, right? So if we replace 2, then what we can have is, if I remove this 2, what I have is I have 4, 3 and 2. Sorry, 4 space. I will keep 2 as towards the side. So now what I can do is I have to either replace it with 4 or 3. But if I replace it with 4, then I will miss the sequence where of 1300s, right? So I have to basically replace it with 3, right? And 2 will take a place here or here. It is very simple as that. Since 4 we cannot replace, we have to either we have to keep 2 at this position only, and we have to keep 3 as it is, because we have to find the next greater number. So basically it turns out that I will have this particular sequence 1, 3, 4, 2, but still it is not the smallest number or the next number. So what we have to do is, since we know that this particular sequence is right till now, so what we have to do is, and this particular sequence is in decreasing order. So if we simply reverse that thing, we will have our answer, which is 1, 3, 2, 4, right? And whenever you are coding, or whenever if you try to solve this problem, it will always bond if you follow this particular thing where you are finding the inversion and you are swapping that inversion with the next greater number in that particular sequence. So basically I am replacing 2 with the next greater number that is available on the right of 2. So if I see in this particular example, I want to replace 2. So I have 4 and 3 there. Let's say if I have 5 here as well, then I have 3 options to replace with. So 2 can be replaced by only 3, because 3 is the next greater number, right? So basically if we replace this 2 with 3, then whatever the sequence I have will always be in a what I can say the reverse sorted order, because we will try to we will start from the right side whenever we are trying to replace anything. So if you start with the rightmost side, you will always have this particular reverse sorted array in this particular segment, and if you simply reverse that particular thing, you will have your answer. So this may sound confusing, but this code works somehow. So let's try to code this thing. So first of all, we will take the length of the array in n, for to have unnecessary calls of length function. Then I will have fi as the variable which is takes the first index or the index to be swapped. I will take this as -1 for now. This is for checking if the sequence is already decreasing order or not. Then I will do. Then I will start from the right side, which is the n-2, and since I'm comparing two values, I have to start with the second last element, and then eventually I will compare second last and last element. So I have to start with n-2, and then I will have -1 and -1. So basically what I'm doing is I'm going from the second last element to the last element, sorry, the first element, and I'm comparing in chunks of 2. Here I will check if nums of I is less than nums of I plus 1 or not. So basically I'm checking the inversion, right? If we found this particular thing, then I will simply save that particular index and I will break out of this loop. So if we relate to that particular example that I shown you, I'm checking if basically I'm getting the sequence where 2 is less than 4 or not. So that's what if I found that particular thing, then I will break out of it and I will check if fi is greater than if the fi is changed or not. If the fi value is not changed from -1 to any valid index, then I can simply consider that the string is already in decreasing order and there is no next permutation possible. So what I have to do is I have to change nums of reverse. So this reverse function is nothing but it will reverse this particular list or the sequence and it will do it in place. And if you see the format, we don't have to make an extra list. We have to just modify that particular sequence of input and the system will automatically take it. So I have done this and I have to that's it. So we don't have to return anything. So we can avoid returning anything. So if this is not the case, if this input is not already decreasing in decreasing order, then we have to perform some operation. So since we have the position to swap with, I have to find the next greater number. So for that I will start from the end. So I will have n-1, which is the last index. I will go till fi. Fi is the position to swap with, so I cannot compare the numbers that I am swapping with to the number I am going to swap with. So, and I will have -1. So this will ensure that I always go towards the f plus 1th index, and I will check if nums of I is greater than nums of fi or not. If this is the case, then I have to break. Sorry, I have to store this particular thing in si. Let's say si is k plus 1. Si is nothing but the second index. So not k plus 1, it is fi plus 1. Okay. Then I have to store in this particular format and I have to break. And since we have this particular state, let's go to so now I have the first index and the second index. I have to now basically I have the both indexes. I have to swap them. So nums of fi. By the way, this particular line that I'm writing 22 is only valid for Python. Otherwise, we have to basically follow the swapping code, which is of 3 lines using a temporary variable. And I have this should be si nums of fi. Okay, so now we have swapped this particular thing. So now the last part, which is I have the decreasing ordered array with me, so I have to just reverse that particular thing. So I will take L as fi, or we can just simply take Okay, I have to take left, which is fi plus 1, and right, which is the right pointer as and minus 1, which is the last pointer. Now while left is less than right, what I have to do is I have to this particular line itself, I have to just swap all the elements. Basically I'm reversing it, so I have to write left, right, right, and left, right, and I will update left to plus 1 and right to minus 1, right? So this will do the trick. Let's run this particular thing and see if this is valid or not, or if this is working or not. So yeah, so this is working from this particular test case of 1 2 3. I'm getting 1 3 2. Let's take one another example. I take 1 4 2 3 and see if this is working or not. So this is working as well. Let's submit this particular thing and see if this is better than solution. So this code is working better than 94% in space and time. So that's a very good thing to, that's a very good sign for us. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. Keep liking, keep sharing, keep commenting on this particular channel. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the comment section. Also, you can contact me on my social media handles. So soon I will be coming up with more such videos. So till then, this is Raj signing out.